interesting. An onside kick to start this thing. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, they tried to give this home crowd something to cheer about early, but it failed. I don't know, maybe you try that on the road to get some momentum. What about here at home?
Would agree with you totally on that. I think at home, you don't ever want to put your fans in a position where they're questioning what you're doing. And right now, they have to be in the stand saying, why would we even do that? We're already behind you. You don't need us anymore. In this one, boy, an unsuccessful attempt, that could really change the momentum of this game in a hurry.
Fournette, a first down carry. They find some open field here. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And finding the tight end Rudolph. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Buccaneers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 7-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On first down, Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 14. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here's Brady. His pass caught at the 4. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Tom Brady hooking up with Mike Evans there. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 14-7. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Well, now how about this return? And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Hey, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Kelvin Joseph that time in on the tackle. But just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Fournette once more on second down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Brady to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 39, Prescott. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Prescott to throw on 4th. That's to his running back, complete.
And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not.
No, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get in the same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. This is caught by Evans. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Up the gut, Fournette. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal.
This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Succop's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. To throw is Prescott. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Prescott to throw it.
That's caught again by Schultz.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first.
Now Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And again, it's Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
A gain of 47 yards. First down, Tampa Bay.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Succop's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Prescott from the gun on third. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lavonte David. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. Evans has it left side. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. 104 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Second down, back to Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Brady going to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Kyle Rudolph. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Buccaneers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Brady's going to look to throw. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. To throw again on second down. Prescott gonna take a shot for Gallup. That's gonna be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Succop's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
To throw again on second down. Prescott got his man there, complete to Gallup. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. From the 35 on 2nd down. Prescott, he's going to find Gallup here complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18. From the red zone now, Prescott. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's brought down. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. On the sneak, it's Prescott. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. It's a keeper with Prescott. Trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Brady going to throw here. Airing this one out for Evans. It got his man complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point put through by Succop. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play here for Dallas. 65 yards. Prescott now. And he's
He's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Brady going to look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback in a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 2nd and 10, Prescott. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Throwing, Prescott. One last shot at the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, well, all eyes
NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. Fields this way up at the 17. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 27, Brady. Flush to his right. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game, and I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Slide. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Levante David. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette taking it in from a yard out. And the Buccaneers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Open man Lamb. It's complete. On the move past the 40. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 24, Prescott. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Bucs will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Brady now to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Fournette running right. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Fournette. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Succop's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great one...
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So the penalty there winds up on the offense. So obviously it's declined, and we have a change of possession. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And that is incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Fournette on the counter. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Brady now on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Open man has got it. It's complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before half for Brady. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes our score 17-0. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching is certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, aren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
So after the INT, it's Brady. This is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans, 28 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A first down throw for Prescott. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Prescott from the gun. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Elliott. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Noah Brown from 8 yards out. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. So that, Charles, their first score of the ballgame, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
That throw by Brady, incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. A handoff to Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Miller, the man in motion. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Miller, the man in motion. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Going deep this time for Miller. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Prescott on 1st down. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big pickup of 38. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Zeke Elliott able to find his way in from a yard out. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st down, Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the pistol, here's Elliott. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Levante David. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And that offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the 3rd quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw is Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play here for Dallas. 58 yards. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now Prescott. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Lavonte David. And the Bucs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Fournette once more on 2nd down. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Now Brady. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the...
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the 1st. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big pickup of 38. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run it again with Fournette. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Succop's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About Timeout set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. Throwing. Prescott. Under pressure, they got him again. Vita Vea, his second sack of the night.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but...
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. To the air right away is Brady. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
The first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And he's got room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34.
Well, Leonard Fournette, not a guy to shy away from contact. He can lower the boom on you when he gets ahead of steam, and that was a heck of a run right there.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Guess who? J.J. Watt, as he so often does, getting in there to wreak havoc. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Julio Jones. 27 yards.
And the Bucs put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Extra point put through by Succa, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray.
To Connor on the check down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Get all the yards you needed and then some. and made that snap a huge success.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To throw is Murray. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play fake. Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. There he goes left side. The 30. 10, 5, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Off a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Extra point up and good by Succa, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. The slot man in motion right. To try again after the sack. Murray. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Yeah, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st. Murray going to throw. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Fournette, a first down carry. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. It's Miller, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm, but right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor there, but thank you, Dr. Davis. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. After the sack on first down, Murray. Zach Ertz has it complete. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Here's Murray from midfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Brady. Evans has it left side. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Brady now on first down. And finding the tight end Rudolph. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. Inside handoff now to Fournette. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down, back to Fournette. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Brady now on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bucs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point try now for Succop. And it is now 21-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, Murray has it knocked loose, fumble. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on second and long. Murray, he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Murray now to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray got his man, Robbie Anderson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Murray to air it out again. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. First down, Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Bucs are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen through.
Mike Evans, he's going to go.
his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout.
And now here's another interception. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Up the gut, Fournette. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a give to Fournette. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that run. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! The 4th touchdown.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ready to get us started, it's Cade York, and off we go from Tampa. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. They begin with a run by Fournette.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. Now Leonard Fournette. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Fournette once more on second down. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They've won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Brady to throw. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Now Fournette. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run with Fournette. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Shadow! Hey, check it!
This is Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2 things to watch. First, his strength in being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, It's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
His throw incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing is Brady on third down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Brady to throw for it on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Watson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
Now Brady. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Fournette. And he's got some space here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. That throw by Brady incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 74 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Drop behind the line on a nice play by Deion Jones. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. On the run, it's Fournette. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Going across the formation, there's Otten with it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Brady. This is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Tom Brady hooking up with Mike Evans there. And the Buccaneers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Brian Succopon for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. Stuck for the loss by Devin White.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time going through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. Watson now to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send him back to the drawing board.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Watson looks to throw again. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st down, Watson. A quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Forced out to his left. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. He completes it to Julio Jones.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Fournette running out of the gun. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Succop's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game is...
That's caught inside the 20.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Buying time to his left. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Watson. Touchdown, Browns!
Deshaun Watson on target to David Njoku. And the Browns are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Hey, hold 66.
From the gun, it's Brady.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Miller, the man in motion. A handoff to Fournette.
He'll get this up to about the 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's got room at the 30.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On first down, it's Watson.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And this Browns defense stands tall. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Lavonte David. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more, plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And he's got it inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Even with a big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And Frank